The traditional model of higher education is a passive one. You spend years in wood-paneled rooms like this, absorbing information and waiting to be evaluated by a single focal point of authority. But the moment you graduate, that model breaks. You enter a job market that demands prior experience, yet you can't get that experience because no one will hire you without it. It's the universal paradox of the modern graduate. Most students respond by polishing a resume and submitting it to an online portal, hoping to be chosen from a stack of thousands. This path relies entirely on relinquishing control and waiting for someone else to grant you permission to start your career. In an economy that moves as fast as ours, relying on that passive strategy of waiting to be chosen is a losing bet. The traditional line is simply moving too slowly. If you look at how the most significant career opportunities are actually created, they are rarely assigned by a teacher or a hiring manager. They are discovered by people who notice a problem and step in to fix it before they are asked. This suggests a different logical step after graduation. Instead of spending months finding a job, what if you spent a week building a solution to a problem that already exists? There is a sharp contrast in mindset here. A traditional applicant is looking for an empty slot to fill. A creator is looking for a functional gap in the market and designing a way to close it. Our current economy is full of powerful tools, but short on people who know how to apply them to specific, messy problems. That gap in the market is exactly where students can transition from being consumers of a curriculum to creators of real-world value. Historically, launching a new venture was a high-stakes game. It required massive capital, a team of specialized engineers, and the backing of a large institution. But as this chart shows, the cost of developing a new product has exponentially collapsed, dropping towards zero. Modern artificial intelligence, cloud services, and no-code tools erased those old gates, making infrastructure accessible to anyone with an internet connection. This toolkit has expanded the definition of an entrepreneur. It is no longer a label reserved for business school students. It is now a functional set of skills. For tradespeople scaling a service, artists automating their sales, or educators reaching new students. For example, a student might notice that a local nonprofit struggles with a repetitive administrative bottleneck. Using AI tools, that student can now build a lightweight, functional prototype to solve that specific problem in a single afternoon. Technology has democratized the power to build. This means the primary barrier to entry is no longer capital or a degree. It is the individual decision to hit start. Even with the tools available, most students stay on the sidelines because they feel they lack professional experience. They are waiting for a level of authority that no textbook can give them. The most effective way to engineer that authority is through low-stakes execution. This loop, identifying a problem, building a prototype, and showing it to a customer, builds professional confidence through direct evidence. Pushing an idea through this cycle develops the exact skills employers seek: problem solving, project management, and clear communication. Even if the project fails, the experience of building it is a permanent asset. You cannot acquire professional capability through reading alone. It is a byproduct of experiencing what it actually feels like to create something from scratch and see it function in the real world. Global Entrepreneurship Week 2026 is the specific arena designed to put these concepts to the test. It is a worldwide movement where millions of participants move past theory and into execution simultaneously. For colleges, this week is an opportunity to expand their role. It allows institutions to supplement their traditional degree programs with hands-on environments where students can safely experiment with their own ideas. Schools facilitate this by hosting pitch competitions, running AI venture design sprints, and setting up interviews where students can learn directly from alumni who built their own companies. By providing a hard deadline and a structured environment, this week compresses months of professional trial and error into 7 days of focused action. The modern economy disproportionately rewards those who take the initiative to solve problems. In a world where tools are cheap and accessible, the advantage goes to those who know how to use them. No one will ever force you to test an idea or build a product. It is a completely voluntary act. It requires the courage to stop being an applicant and start being a creator. The most effective question you can ask today isn't who will hire me. The question that creates a career is, what can I build to prove my value? The permission-based model of the past is fading. When the tools of production are in your hands, the documented history of what you have built becomes your most valuable credential. This November, stop waiting. Start building.